Hi guys, welcome to Longhorn Data Solutions. My name is Meron Fisaya. Today's video is titled Snowflake for Data Engineering Part 1. In this video I'm going to discuss what data engineering is, what Snowflake is, and why so many data engineers choose Snowflake. This is going to be very high level, nothing too technical. We're just going to keep it simple and focus on the big picture. Okay? Alright, so before we get into Snowflake, we need to take a step back and answer a basic question, which is, what is data engineering, right? What is data engineering? Okay, so at a high level, data engineering is about building systems. It's all about building systems. Systems that take raw data and turn it into something useful. Right? So we're taking raw data and we're making something useful out of it. Okay, so data comes from all kinds of places. It can come from external applications, it can come from internal applications, it can come from files, logs, or even devices that generate data. So these are called data sources. Sometimes they're called source systems, and they come from internal apps. Sometimes they come from external apps. Sometimes they come from files, logs, devices. The data that comes from these source systems is raw data, and this raw data straight from the source system, it's almost never usable. So raw data is considered messy, right? It's messy and inconsistent, and it doesn't tell a clear story. So there's no clear story with the raw data. Right? So what data engineers do is pull that data in, clean it up, organize it, and apply business rules to the data. The data is modeled in a way that actually makes sense for how the business actually wants to use it. So what we do as data engineers, right? So we extract data, we clean the data, and we organize the data. Okay, so by the time the data gets to an analyst, or it gets to a dashboard, or it gets to a report, the heavy lifting is already done. They're working with clean data. It's already structured data and not raw tables. So the workflow of a data engineer looks like this. You have the extraction of the data, followed by the cleaning of the data, and then the data is modeled, and then it's handed over for analytics. Okay, so we can think of data engineering as everything that happens in the middle between raw data on one side and meaningful insights on the other. Okay, so now that we've covered what data engineering is, let's talk about Snowflake and why it's so popular with data engineers. So at a high level, Snowflake is a cloud-based data platform. So what is Snowflake? It's a cloud-based data platform. Okay? It handles things like data storage. It handles data processing. It handles app development. Okay? And it handles analytics. Alright? So it's an all-in-one platform. And one of the biggest advantages of Snowflake is that it's a SaaS product. Right? So SaaS is software as a solution. Okay? So because it's a SaaS product, it requires no hardware and it requires no software. All you have to do is get on the internet, go onto Snowflake and log in, and you can start using the product. And Snowflake supports a wide range of data workloads. It offers a lot of flexibility. So some of the workloads that it supports is data warehousing, right? So it supports data warehousing, it supports data lakes, it supports analytics, and data science. So it's very flexible, and this flexibility is a big reason why companies use it as their main data platform. Okay, and another reason Snowflake works so well for data engineers is how it's built. It's designed for scale. It performs really well, and it makes sharing data across teams and across different organizations easy. So why do engineers like to use Snowflake? All right, why do they like it? Because it's designed for scale. And its performance. And its data sharing capabilities. Right? And then on top of all of that, it's cost efficient. Right? It offers a pay-as-you-go model, so you can pay for the storage and the compute you actually use. Pay-as-you-go model. Right? So you pay for storage that you use and the compute that you use. Right? So at a high level, that's what Snowflake is and why it's become so popular with data engineers. Data engineering is all about turning raw, messy data into something reliable and useful. And Snowflake gives us a simple, powerful way to do that in the cloud. It's simple, it's powerful, and it's cloud-based. Okay? So in the next video, we'll go deeper. We'll look at Snowflake's architecture, how compute and storage work, and how data engineers actually use Snowflake on a day-to-day basis. If this video was helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.